Great day. Here's your challenge for the week. The challenge for the week is a positivity thinking challenge. Positivity thinking challenge. How's this going to work, Wallace? For the next 7 days, what I want you to do is I just want you to just try to think only positive thinking thoughts. That's it. 7 days. Listen, I know. I get it. I already get it, y'all. I know what you're saying. Right now, there's a lot of things going on. I understand that. The world feels like it's going upside down. I get that too. Everything seems like it's just going wild. And you're like, yo, when am I going to get out of this nightmare? Right? Everybody's saying the same thing. But let me tell you something. This is not a nightmare. This is what we're going to call reality right now. So the only thing you need to do now is, all right, this is our reality. What are you going to do about it? What are we changing? Am I mad? Absolutely. Am I fuming? Absolutely. But that's not the thing, though, that you can't let it prevent you from doing what you need to do. You can't let it stop you from moving on, moving forward, and making a difference, right? If you're doing that, then nothing's going to happen. So the only thing you got to remember, the media, social media, everything else, newspapers, all these things are all designed for one thing. Even influential sources, they're all designed on one thing. They want you to think and say and do and have you lose all your different sense of your own identity, even your own life. So the only thing you got to do is you got to start focusing on you. Never forget, you cannot forget the media is designed specifically and set up for negativity. That's just a normal filter that they're going to give to you and me. So that's how they want us to view the world. So you got to think about this. Yeah, it's useful. And a lot of things are happening right now. If we didn't see it on the media, we would never know. Things are being revealed to us that we didn't even like, wow, this is out of control. But what about the positive stuff that's going on? What about all the things that are happening right now that we don't even hear anything about? What about all the frontline workers that are working? What about all the people that are making a difference right here, right behind the scenes? What about all the other things that are happening right now and we don't find nothing about that? All the other people that are making a difference. What about them? How come we're not hearing about that? So no doubt about it. Yeah, I'm upset, but you got to remember that you got to start changing your way of thinking. So many things are going to be negative, but you got to start changing the negative and your neutral thoughts into some kind of positive thought. You got to start looking at things a little bit different. That's all I'm saying. Now, yeah, it's going to take quite a bit of energy because when you start thinking about trying to be positive and everything else is negative, yeah, it's going to cause a lot of stress. Remember, you already got a lot of stress already from life, from work, current events, all your own personal stuff that's going on. But listen, you can't let all these things affect you. So if you are not eating well, if you're not sleeping well, you're not taking time to exercise, all these things, listen, all these things are going to provide you what I'm going to just basically a lack of energy. And if you have a lack of energy, it's easy to just feel tired and not want to do anything, especially trying to change your thoughts. That's the last thing you want to start thinking about. So the only thing I'm saying is that if you start trying to think positive, start trying to revert back to the things that you need to be thinking about. Because if you don't start thinking positive, it's easy with everything going on to you revert back to the old way of thinking. When you start thinking positive thoughts, you're putting in the law of attraction. Whenever you start thinking positive thoughts, you're putting into a different thing, which is called the law of attraction. And basically, the law of attraction is saying that everything that you think about, that's what you're going to get. Whatever you think about, whatever it is, good or bad, if you continue to think about that all day long, that's what you're going to have in your life, and that's what you're going to have, period. So you're going to have to start replacing these negative thoughts with positive thoughts. Start changing all the things you're thinking about all day long that are negative and start thinking of positive things, because when you start thinking of positive things, guess what? You attract positive opportunities. You attract positive people. And you put things in your life that you want to have as opposed to the things that you don't want to have. So here's my challenge. The challenge for this week, for the next 7 days, the only thing I want you to do is start trying to think positive thoughts. Anything you're thinking of, as soon as negative starts hitting there, I want you to start thinking about positive stuff. Whatever happens to you, I want you to see the good side of it. Whatever happens to you, I want you to see the positive side of it. Whatever's happening right now, start to look at the other side. because there's always another side to it. So start to learn about thinking about positive things. Yeah, so my takeaway is, by the end of the week, guess what's going to happen? If you start trying to change what you're thinking every single day into positive, you're going to start to discover, you know what? There's real benefits of me start positive thinking. The more you think negative and the more thoughts that keep coming in that are negative and negative, it's going to just bring additional stresses to your life, and it's going to paralyze you from doing what you want to do and making a difference in the world. So only thing you want to do is, I didn't say it's going to be easy. This ain't easy. Positive thinking ain't easy. But I will say this, it's going to be worth it. So only thing I want you to do is start establishing a new positive way of thinking. Changing the habits that you have and start replacing those old habits that you have that are less productive into ones that you can create a benefit that's going to help you to change not only you, but also your life. Because when you start changing your life, things start to change. And when things start to change, you start to change. And then when you start to change, other things start to change. So that's my tip. That's my challenge for the next 7 days. Start thinking positive. Try to eliminate some of the negative. All right. Have a great day, and you be fit.